remembers what happened last week?
Honestly, I don't have a clue.
Missed the first hour, so I don't remember.
Didn't we end early also?
A little bit, about 30 minutes early, in fact. So, does anyone remember anything that happened last week?
I barely remember what happened this morning.
We had the bricks on the run. I think we just cornered them.
I came in when we were talking to the father of Noasa. I don't know what happened before that.
Oh, but I think we ended up searching her room or something.
We
I think
just
we went to
did.
the warehouse also.
I can't. I'm tied up. Just saved her.
Yeah,
that's
so you started off by going over to the Parody Lake station, where Liam and Felicia are still stationed, and they had some new recruits that are investigating the arson at Mama Jean's place. While you were there turning in prisoners from the gambling den arrest, you picked up Nlasahune's dossier, basically her arrest record, everything that the RHC knows about her. And then you proceeded over to her residence, which is essentially a small room upstairs in the Seacham's Alkahest and Etchings factory and warehouse, owned by Neverd Seacham, her adopted father. And he showed you to her room. You searched it, didn't find much of anything because there really wasn't anything to find. Seacham let you know that his uncle is a famous Skyseer that some of you have heard of, and that he's getting on up there in age, and that he needs you. He's asked a favor of you to go check out his uncle and see if he's okay, and you know, basically it's a wellness check-in. But he also told you that his uncle is friends with the Fey terrorist named Gale.
No relation.
Sounds like a trap.
See, all Gales are related.
That means to be proven.
You started to make your way to the Cloudwood, where Neverd Seacham is residing at the moment, up at a hinge. And on your way there, you encountered a group of brigands and some Kel Guild thugs. Tongue twister. And the thugs were trying to kidnap a woman in a carriage. Her lover, Renard Woodsman, and his allies were trying to rescue her, but in all the commotion, you showed up and they started attacking you after you took out Renard Woodsman.
That's not how we recall things happening.
Pretty sure they were all resisting.
Exactly.
So at the end of our session, you had just arrived at the hinge and were about to introduce yourself to the people there. Any questions? Oh, and repeatedly throughout last week's session, you kept asking, what the fuck is this map? Talking about the map of the building compound that you guys won, or that Toty won at the gambling den.
That sounds accurate.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the fuck part.
The what part?
The fuck part.
All right, so you are at the hinge. You can see the standing stones. There are a number of different people standing around, a couple that look more or less like security or bodyguards. And then you see a tent off in the background.
Why do you need bodyguards?
Sorry, what?
Why does whoever, well, I was presumably Nevered, why does he need bodyguards?
Well, maybe you
Sounds
should ask
suspicious.
them.
Yeah, I walk up to one of the bodyguards and I'm like, "Hey, why why do you never need bodyguards? He's just like a dude
Okay,
on
and
a mountain."
As Dorothy starts to walk up to them, they go over there, freeze, and they go over and they throw her on the floor, and they go over and put her knee in her back. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, hello, little girl. Where are your parents?
Okay, that was
They're
creepy.
dead. It's okay. They weren't very
Okay.
good parents.
Well, not if they're
Don't
dead. Maybe you should run along home.
Excuse me. I am a very, very important member of the RHC. Agent Ghost speaking. Now answer the damn question.
Aw, that's
Show him
so
my badge.
cute. She thinks she's people.
And I'm just kind of standing in the back, just rolling my eyes, but you can't see because my helmet's down.
I pull out, I shuffle, I rummage through my bag to find my badge, and then like shove it like right in his face. Although I can't really shove it in his face because he's so much taller than me, so I shove it probably like in his midriff.
That's not his midriff.
I've been drinking and right now this is too fun. Too funny.
You would think that. My
The
height.
guard looks
Yeah.
at the little girl's fist that's shoved into his, we'll say, midriff.
It's not his
He's like,
midriff.
who did you take this from?
Well, was it? What's Liam's title? Did he actually give us the badges, or was it
No, it was Delft.
Chief Inspector? What is it? Assistant Chief Inspector Delft.
Yeah.
Assistant Chief Inspector Delft of some place that's really important in the RHC.
RHC headquarters?
Yes, exactly. RHC headquarters.
So the guard reaches down and takes the badge from your hand and says, I'll hold on to this until I can meet with the inspector myself and return this to
I pull
him,
out my
you
gun
little
and I
thief.
shoot him in the leg. Nah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up and like, clank over, I guess. Like, what do you think you're doing, taking property from an RHC agent?
Exactly.
Toty, stop it. Let her figure it out.
This dude's about 5 seconds away from being shot, so.
And you're probably about 10 seconds away from getting stabbed, so.
Putting my hand on my sword. I'm gonna ask him, "Are you a dwarf?"
And I'm like 5 seconds away from just busting out laughing because it's freaking hilarious.
Toty thinks everyone's a dwarf now that he has that sword.
Actually, he is not a dwarf, but the sword is glowing.
Okay, everybody. I think we just need to take a second and just calm down. Unfortunately for everybody, the little girl is correct. She is an agent of the RHC, and we are here to. What the hell are we here for? Oh, we're here to see the Skyseer.
Pretty sure we're here to shoot some guards.
Shut up, Dorothy.
Well, you're going to have to be a little bit more specific than the Skyseer because there's about a dozen of them around this campsite.
Well, we were sent up here by Seacham to check on his uncle.
Oh,
Ring a
you
bell?
mean the old Skyseer? Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So he looks at Dorothy and says, I still don't trust you. He hands the badge to Toty.
Yo, seriously.
You wouldn't be the first one to say that.
And
Toty.
Toty takes it, saying "dumbass," and hands it back to Dorothy.
Thank you. You just made the list.
The guard, he is looking at you and says, I'm not sure that Neverd is accepting visitors. He turns to one of his compatriots and asks them to go check in with the tent. The guard's just standing there. He's kind of waiting and tapping his foot. And he turns to Gargenyn and says, "So, what brings you and the other agents up here?"
Looking for somebody.
"Who are you looking for? Maybe I can help."
An old
Your
seer.
mother.
Shut up.
What'd you say?
His mother. Jeez. Did you hear him?
Uh,
He's about 5 foot tall.
so,
Looks like you, but better looking.
about this time, a very short, green-skinned woman approaches. She has dark hair.
Martian.
She walks up and whispers something to the guard, and the guard looks back at her and just shrugs. Uh, the woman introduces herself as Pazuzu, and she says, "I'm Neverd's personal physician, his caretaker."
Physician is in quotes, right?
Adam Pazuzu. That's for some reason what I want to call her.
I don't think she would object to that.
That's legit.
So she looks very shamanistic in appearance. She's got, some feathers in her hair, kind of strung up on little leather
Dress
cords.
cut down to there.
What?
Does she have a dress cut down to there? Never mind.
Okay, Reba.
No, Barry. Is her name Will?
No. I told you her name is Pazuzu. That might be Lola in Orcish, or, half Orcish.
Not
But
half orc.
what? So Toty, your sword is glowing and it's almost angry in her presence.
I thought you said she had green skin and she was like a goblin or something.
I said she's a half orc.
Oh,
It's Max.
so half dwarf somehow.
Yeah. You can guess by her height and her stocky build that she's probably half orc, half dwarf, which is a very homely combination.
That's
It
one.
is what it
That's
is.
one word
Dwarf
for it.
or the father of the dwarf is what I want to know now.
Are you sure you want to know?
He wants to know and he wants video proof.
Pits or it didn't happen.
Oh God, that's just not right.
Well, Pazuzu's looking at you and she says, Neverd's not feeling very well. I really don't think he's going to be up for visitors. Maybe there's something I can help you with?
What's wrong with him?
He's ancient. He's
Yeah,
over
he's
100
ancient,
years
but not
old.
Dead.
Well, I didn't know that. Jeez.
Well, we were only sent here for a wellness check to make sure that I guess pretty much he was still breathing. So as long as we can, ascertain that he is in fact still alive with our own eyes, I suppose that we could
No,
move along.
no, I want an apology. I want him to apologize for his horrible guards that were mean to me and stole my stuff.
She rolls her eyes and says, "You're going to be waiting a long time for that. He
All
doesn't
right.
even know the guards are here." So she turns and she's about to walk away when she sees Renard Woodsman kind of standing off to the side and says, she kind of cocks her head a little bit and notices that he's not his usual self. She walks over to him and mumbles something beneath her breath that you can't quite make out.
Oh yeah.
Why, do you have some feat or feature or ability that would let you
Oops. That's not what I wanted to do.
Be able to hear what she's saying or read her lips from behind her head?
How about that?
Mm,
I bet it was a 1.
no, yeah, total roll was an 18.
All right.
But her face is turned away from you, so you can't read her lips. But you can make out what Renard is whispering back to her. Essentially, he's saying that you saved his lover from the kidnappers. She turns her head and looks over her shoulder at the 5 of you, and clack, or is it clickety or clackety? Clickety, right?
Clickety.
Yeah. So she's looking at you all, and she shakes her head, and she looks like she's protesting, but Renard seems to be putting in a good word for you. A few moments later, she walks back over to you, and she says, well, Renard speaks very highly of you, and he even says that your rogue there's a crack shot in more ways than one.
A crackpot? What?
Hmm?
Sure, we'll go with that. So she turns and she kind of waves at you and says, "Come with me, come with me."
I feel I'm being mocked here.
They think Aera's a rogue. That's weird.
So she leads you through the hinge, and she tells you that the Skyseers have been coming up to this place as a substitution for the older site in the center of town because it's much easier to get to protect, and it's much safer than other alternatives. And she says that Neverd's been staying here for the last few years in this little campsite. She leads you inside of a fairly large tent. It's large enough that you can stand in. It's not like a pup tent, but more like a small pavilion tent. Off in one side of the room, you see an old black man laying on it's not really a mattress, more like a pallet of bolts of cloth. And she walks up and introduces you and says, Never, these are the agents from the RHC. They were sent to check on you by your nephew. She turns to you and she says, "Please introduce yourself."
I am Agent Gadget. My name is Toty. Pleasure to meet you. Oh, Aera pipes up and says, Aera, agent, whatever her agent name is.
Nope, do it in Aera's
I
voice.
forget. That was Aera's voice. I forget what her thing is.
Was it Whisper?
I think it was changed to like volley or something.
Actually, there is a list.
I was looking for it.
It's in the notes.
It says Whisper in cadet names.
That's probably what. Then that's probably what it is.
Oh no, because that one also still shows on. I scrolled down. Let me scroll up. I don't see hers in the top part.
Tempest.
Oh, there. Oh my gosh, yeah, Agent Tempest.
Oh, there she is. Yeah.
And then she like strikes the pose. No, it just seems like a moment where like like Voltron characters would be like, I am
Tempest.
I honestly don't remember mine.
You're still Frost.
Okay.
staying frosty.
Wait, no Gargenyn? No, he's ironclad.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the bottom section.
Dorothy is friendly ghost. And I'm
Yes.
still smoke.
So Neverd, he kind of raises a hand and looks at the five of you.
He flips us off with that hand.
Inside the tent, the light from smoldering incense sticks is dim to spare the old man's eyes. A faint stench of withering cloys the air, not quite masked by the fragrant scents of cinnamon and cloves. Neverd still has his hand in there. He points at Dorothy and says, "I've been waiting for you."
Damn straight. Where's my apology, old man? Your guards are terrible.
He's been waiting for you? Ew. That's just creepy.
He tells you to sit down and to be quiet.
Oh, it's getting worse and worse.
I'm gonna kill all of them. All right. I sit down because it's like I'm just tired of this nonsense.
He says that I know why you're here.
Yeah, I just told you.
Sorry, I was looking at
She's
something.
got such an attitude.
He says, "I know why you're here, and I can help you."
Wait, you know where the bird lady's lizard is? Everyone else but me has forgotten about this, haven't they?
Nope. And I'm just shaking my head like, oh my god.
I don't remember the bird lady, but I remember the search for the lizard.
Okay. Because it was her lizard that got lost.
When you say
Here's my
bird
contact.
lady, was she in Arakoa?
Yeah. She was my contact.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I say that you know he knows where the lizard is.
You will find it under the dome.
My God, the one place I didn't look. Of course.
Reddit comments are like my favorite things ever sometimes.
So after he tells you about the dome, he says, "The other reason you're here, it's not to check on me. I know that you need to speak with Gail. She's an old friend of mine. Indeed, she's come to me several times asking for my guidance. She hasn't listened to me much, but the last time she did visit, she said she had followed my advice and found a mutual threat that even the people of Flint would take seriously.
What threat?
She really didn't tell me what it was, but I've lost my place there. I don't really agree with her tactics, but I do care for her. She's one of the few beautiful women who will give an old man like me more than polite conversation." And he kind of
thank you.
winks.
Oh, whoa. Oh, gross.
And she is always accompanied by sweet music of birds.
Oh, my god. Oh.
I hope she'll be able to get people to listen to her warnings, and I'd really like it if you could help her. But
Yeah,
I
it's gonna
don't
be a
want to
little late
betray
for
her.
that.
I'll help her if you apologize for your guards.
I'll apologize for my guards after you apologize for being a little brat.
Yeah.
I apologize for being a little brat.
Oh,
Now you have to apologize for the guard.
That was possibly the brattiest way to handle that. That was amazing.
no kidding. Oh my god.
Then in turn, I do apologize for my protectors. They're only looking out for my best interest and my well-being.
Thank you. Then you have my word that I will. What were you asking us to do? Whatever it was.
Oh,
We
my-
will
To
do
help
that.
Gail.
all right.
Yes, we will help Gail.
Gail.
Wait, did we just agree to help a terrorist organization?
You
Well,
did,
technically aligned.
technically. And he says, I'll be happy to set up the meeting between the two of you, but first, I would like for you to help me with my dying wish.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh.
I know it sounded like Gail was taking care of things before. It's like, sorry, old man, you're not getting a handy.
Well, listen, Kaylee's not here, so we can just make her character do whatever we want.
Wow. Note to self: Dan offered to
Oh
pimp
my-
out Kaylee's character for her.
Oh my god.
You don't show up. These are the consequences.
That's true.
Uh,
I shudder to think about all the crap that he put the child through.
I would be throwing any of us under the bus if they didn't show up. That's just one. All right.
Let's
Seriously,
remember that
though.
the next time he doesn't show up.
Oh no, that's fair game.
So, Neverd, he begins to tell you that for his dying wish, he wants to have one more vision, but in order to secure the validity, he needs to have it at the traditional place. And he describes it, and he's talking about a mountain in the center of town, which you all immediately recognize as Cauldron Hill. You know just by word of mouth that Cauldron Hill is restricted. The only person that can grant access to it is Reed McBannon, the mayor of the Nettles. And you know that he's a nice enough person, but he's a very powerful mage that is skilled in the defense against dark magic, which is why he made such a good mayor, because Cauldron Hill is, of course, cursed by what is rumored to have been a coven of witches centuries ago.
Yeah, all the spirits say don't go to Cauldron Hill, so it doesn't sound like a good idea.
There's a spirit there at Cauldron Hill that you need to speak with again.
What spirit?
You'll know her.
All right, old man. All right.
If you will take me to Cauldron Hill tonight, I will arrange for the meeting with Gale tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, in fact. Do we have a deal?
Dorothy stands up, puts his hand out to shake his hand, and be like, "Deal."
Before you can shake his hand, Pazuzu smacks your hand out of the way, and she shouts at you, "No, you will not take him from this place. I won't allow it."
You can come too.
That was some resisting arrest right there.
I know. I'm holding back, but
Oh my god.
it's hard.
Listen, I mean, also, you know, you gotta say that Toty's sword wants to kill her anyway. So I feel like this is a win-win right here.
Pazuzu turns to Neverd and says, "You'll never make it up the hill and back. You're asking them to take you to your death."
Excuse me, miss, did you not just hear him that it was his last request, which means that he knows that it's a one-way trip?
I still can't allow it.
Well, fortunately
I
for
couldn't
everyone
forgive
involved,
myself
stop
if he
it.
died up there. What was that?
I said, unfortunately for everyone involved, you can't stop it either.
I can and will.
Toty's just gonna put his hand on his sword. Is that so?
Okay.
Never looks at Pazuzu and with compassion in his eyes, and he tells her, "You have the ability to strengthen me, if they'll agree to it. If that will make you feel better, would you let me go?" And Pazuzu, she looks at the five of you and looks back at Neverd. She says, "If they agree to the ritual to strengthen you, then I will go with you and act as your bodyguard."
What is involved with this ritual?
She
little
looks.
sexual healing.
Oh my
No.
god, so much lame stuff that has to be done. Oh my god, I just want to go.
Oh my god.
What is
So-
it?
I think I know what this is.
What is it?
No. Yeah, continue.
So she explains to you that there's a ritual called. Oh, let me find the name of it. I was reading it over earlier. It's called the Bond of Forced Faith. It's a crude version of the same ritual that all of Riser's aristocracy undertake when they take on a position, such as the king, the duchess, the various mayors of Flint. Each one undertakes the ritual of the bond of forced faith that links their spirit and their health to that of the people following them or under their protection, so that they can better serve the people. In this situation, you would be asked to provide a drop of blood into a cup of specially prepared milk that Neverd will drink right before we ascend the hill or the mountain.
Yeah, this sounds like a very Magda sort of thing.
And I am fairly certain this is how she went over and fucked us over, or was able to fuck us over.
No, it has nothing to do with her.
So Magda would say.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Dorothy is like, I don't care at this point. Just go ahead. Yes. Take the blood.
Then Pazuzu nods and she says, "We will do this. We will meet you at the base of Cauldron Hill this evening. You will need to secure the permission from the mayor, of course, but we will meet you there and uphold our end of the bargain."
All right. So why exactly is this thing? This place off limits, and this guy can go over and give permission.
Because it's haunted, like it's cursed and it's literally haunted.
Okay. So and it's only the mayor that can go over and give permission like that.
Yeah, the mayor of the Nettles.
That's so weird. Okay. So I guess we'll go pay a visit to this guy, go over and explain the situation.
Okay.
We'll leave
So
Dorothy behind, though.
you want to leave Dorothy with I've actually been saying her name wrong. It's Pazamu, but I like Pazuzu better.
We can leave Dorothy with Navard, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
No, please, take me with you. Take me with you.
He wants you to rub his feet, and then maybe other things.
Ew.
No, they're so old.
I'll be right back.
And wrinkly, and they smell like cheese. No, don't. Dorothy's at your ankles crying and holding on to them. It's like, no, please don't make me do it.
Are you gonna behave?
I'll try my best.
Are you gonna stop being such a little brat?
All right. Listen, you gotta meet me halfway on this.
Oh, God.
What a great name, right?
Was that truly an accident?
No, that wasn't an accident. I saw his name. It was on Reddit. They're like Dick Bong was blah blah blah. Like, oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
I feel like though.
I can't stop laughing looking at it. It helps that I'm a little.
I feel like you somehow should make it so you can like you smoke out of the tip. Or no, you do, don't you?
Wow.
Hey,
I gotta find out where I can get me one of those. I think it gets
All right. So it takes about an hour and a half for you to get from the Hinge I'm sorry, Andy. The henge.
I was like, okay, if like it hinges like on a door too. A hinge is a stone thing.
I'm from the South. It's pronounced the same way for both words.
Weird. So weird.
Shut up. So, you arrive at the mayor's house, and you're greeted by the butler. Can I help
Yeah,
you?
I prefer the glass one. Yes, we'd like to see the mayor.
I'm sorry, the mayor's very busy right now. Whom, may I say, is calling?
I show him my badge. It's like, I'm Agent Smoke of the Royal Homeland Constabulary, and these are my fellow agents. We need to seek passage to the top of Cauldron Hill, and sooner rather than later, that'd be great. Thank you. Be a good lad.
He looks very cross at you, Andy, but he tells you to wait here for a moment, and he will inquire on your behalf as to whether or not the mayor would be able to provide that permission for you today.
Okay, and as he walks away, because I can obviously see his attitude, I kind of mutter under my breath, "Oh, don't hurt yourself."
Wow. Everyone make a perception check in the tower for me.
People are so pleasant here. All right, this is perception check, you said?
Yeah.
In the tower, you said?
Uh-huh. All right, so Dorothy, you get the faintest scent of burnt oil. It's there for a moment and then it's gone.
Anyone smell that? It smelled like
I look at Dorothy. I'm like, what are you talking about?
it's like burnt engine oil from like an industrial machine.
Yeah, I don't smell anything. Any of you guys smell anything?
Nope.
Nope.
It's just you.
Maybe the spirits are farting.
Maybe the spirits are farting. Don't really know what it smells like though, so you could be right.
Spirits got the vapors.
Shrug. Oh well.
A few minutes later, the butler walks back to the foyer where you're standing, and he's carrying a tray of glasses with a pitcher of what looks like some kind of blue lemonade. And he asks you to follow him into the rose garden.
Shrug. Okay.
Okay, so we follow after the guy. Well, I follow after the guy.
A minute or so into the garden, you come into a small clearing with a couple of wrought iron benches and a small circular table that looks like a small bubbling fountain over on the other side of the clearing. I'd say the clearing it's probably about a 30-foot round circle or 30-foot diameter circle. And the butler says, "Please wait here. The mayor will be with you momentarily."
Thank you.
And feel free to enjoy some of the mayor's favorite lemonade.
Thank you for your hospitality.
You are quite welcome. And he hastily leaves before you can make any other snide comments.
That's right. Run along, little boy.
Never avoid the snide comments.
It was very snug.
Okay. I do not drink any of the blue lemonade because ew. 2, I am going to not sit down, and I am going to kind of search the area because I am sensing ambush.
All right, so make an investigation check,
Tower, I'm guessing.
please.
Just checking.
If anyone else would like to make an investigation check, you're welcome to.
All right, I'll show you how it's done. Shh, I rolled a 20.
Dorothy, my,
that-
aren't those roses fascinating?
Oh, she's got it too.
I do like pretty flowers.
And
What-
Aera, Aera is also fascinated by the flowers as well.
Like the spell fascinate, or just like, nice to look at?
Nice to look at.
Girls.
I know, right? They are really pretty though.
Girls are the flowers. Make up your mind, dude.
I feel like, aside from the fact that Dorothy is a teenage girl, Aera is at least certainly attractive. So,
Which way Dorothy goes?
yeah,
She a tomboy?
Good point. Haven't really just. Sometimes. So Dorothy will go over and investigate the flowers because they're pretty. She wants to go pick a couple.
As Dorothy is admiring the roses along with Aera, the mayor approaches from the pathway that you came down originally, and he's dressed in a fine robe. It's cut just above his feet, so he's not stepping on it as he walks, but it looks more like a mage's garb than like something just a noble person or a civil servant would wear. He says, "They're from Danor."
What are they called?
Flowers.
You'll be surprised, but they're called Denoran roses.
Ooh, fancy.
You got me there. Fell right into that trap.
It wasn't hard.
What was that?
My butler Creed, he says that you needed to speak with me about something.
Yes, actually, we understand that we need to seek your permission to travel to the top of Cauldron Hill.
You would, but I'm afraid that you won't be traveling to Cauldron Hill tonight.
Why not?
It's far too dangerous. You'll need to have essentially an army of people with you.
I don't think so. I think we're pretty awesome. And it has to be tonight.
I happen to get this request frequently, usually from the supporters of the Skyseers, but for whatever reason, the RHC, I can't make special circumstantial arrangements for you.
Well, you're going to have to. See, here's the deal. We need to go over and get some information off of one of the Skyseers whose last wish is to go to the top of this damn hill to go over and look at the stars, pretty stars, waddy. Anyway, so we need to go up there so that he will go over and set us up a meeting with a terrorist that we need to take out before she goes over and causes any more damage. So it's going to be good for you, good for us, good for everybody if you let us go up there.
A
Got it.
Skyseer and a terrorist? You don't say. You have my attention. Tell me more.
Yeah, apparently, you've heard about this Gale person, right? The one that's causing all the terrorist acts
I
lately?
have, yes.
Yes. Well, somehow, the Skyseer, Nevered, what the hell is his name?
Never.
Never.
Yeah, this Nevered Skyseer guy knows her. Yeah, we were surprised too. Anyway, so he said that if we got him up to the top of the hill, he'll go over and set up a meeting with us, with her, and in this meeting, maybe we can go over and get her and arrest her and make sure that she doesn't cause any more harm to our people, to your people, to all people. It would be wonderful.
Well, that really would be a big win for both the Nettles and Flint as a whole, stopping all those horrible, horrible arsons. I mean, I don't know why she's burning down so many buildings, but it would be so much better if, of course, they weren't burning to the ground and risking people's lives in the process.
So yeah, so it'd be great if you go over and let us go up there.
I suppose, but, well, you can't go by yourselves. At least you'll need some kind of protection.
And what do you suggest?
Well, there's not enough time to muster an entire force of guards and specially trained soldiers. The best that we could do, I suppose, would be the protective amulets that I've been working on. He kind of is mumbling to himself in a bit, trying to talk him into whether or not these amulets would actually work to protect you. And he says something like, on the one hand, they could go crazy, but then they'd be on top of Cauldron Hill, so
Well,
it really wouldn't
what
be
if
my
we're
problem.
On the
already
plus side for
crazy?
that first part right there.
On the other
plus we're
hand,
already there.
if they do manage to stop the fires, that would be a real boon, and I could take credit for that.
Yeah, we heard that part. No.
I'll tell you what. These amulets, they're specially designed to ward off possession. Possession like you would experience if you take too much time atop the hill.
Okay.
But the problem is I don't have many of them. I've got 6.
That's a very convenient number.
How so?
We are taking the old man up there, right? Like that's the plan.
That's
Yeah,
6.
and Pazuzu.
No,
We don't care about
whatever.
Rich can stay home.
Yeah.
But she has to go with you.
No, she just
Why?
needs to be at the bottom so that she can go over and do the ritual where we give this guy our blood.
Yeah, she's just doing whatever. Wait, I'm not giving my blood to anyone.
And neither am I.
But you've already agreed to it.
I haven't agreed to it. I don't know where you got that from.
Dorothy
Technically,
agreed
only
on your
Dorothy-
behalf.
Dorothy did.
Dorothy
No.
is the leader, so I
We
mean,
agreed to take him to this place. We didn't agree to be part of some ritual that included our blood.
Well, that was the entire price of going to the place, getting the meeting with Gail, was that we had to take him up there. And to take him up there, we had to go over and agree to this ritual, which
Yeah,
Dorothy very quickly went over and said, yep, let's do it.
Oh no, I'm gonna be more likely to stab the dwarf lady than to do that.
See? And and I warned you. It's like I kept saying, it's like this is what happens when Dorothy's in charge. But
Toty didn't notice that agreement, I guess. He thought
Yeah.
the dwarf lady. He was just angry that there's a dwarf lady there in the first place, and that she was given a slip. And then he was just expecting that whatever the ritual thing was something she was gonna do.
okay, so what exactly is Toty's deal with dwarves?
Lee decided it would be a good idea if Toty hated dwarves. So he
I did not
took a
decide
sword
that.
and added like all sorts of negative abilities to it that aren't normally there. And then said, "Here you go."
They
You'll
were
like this."
randomly generated. Thank you. I did not say.
I don't know how you randomly generated it because I've never I'm not aware of that function of that sword, but
No,
okay.
it was part of the randomly generated stuff from magic item charts.
Oh, okay.
It hates dwarves. Actually, it hates the
I'll be right back.
enemies of its creator, and then I rolled and it randomly selected dwarves as the enemies of the creator. So it was like
Should have picked
multiple rolls.
gnomes.
Wouldn't that be convenient? I hate myself.
Toty
Alright.
can be all emo all the time.
Yeah. So McMahon agrees to provide you with the amulets. He says, "Be here this evening at sundown, about 8 p.m., and you'll be able to go up the mountain. I'm assuming you'll need to advise this Neverd, you said?
Yes,
You'll need to advise them what time to be here, I would assume. Or are they already meeting you here?
they're gonna meet us here.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
pretty sure.
feel free to enjoy the garden for a little while. I'll have my butler bring out some sandwiches for you later on this afternoon for a quick snack.
Of course. Lovely.
Is there anything else that I can do to help you find gentleman, lady, and child?
Get shot in the face.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said we're great, thank you.
Wonderful. Well, I have a meeting. I will be checking back in with you right before you go up to the top of the mountain, and I'll bring the amulets with me at that point. So McMahon leaves the garden area, leaving you and the five of you essentially by yourselves. Is there anything that you want to do here in the garden? Or do you want to do anything else in the Nettles area of town?
So do we get the permission?
You did. And he's going to provide you with the amulets for free.
Sweet.
So let me guess, you weren't here for the
He's-
last 3 minutes of conversation.
Pretty
He
much.
probably wasn't here from the time he said he'll be back till now. Sorry. I don't think you heard him, but he did say he was leaving.
I did not. All right, so unless you have anything else that you want to do, we'll go ahead and fast forward to around 8 p.m. when Neverd and Pazuzu's carriage is pulling up to McMahon's manor.
People should probably use hit dice if they haven't used too many, or healing potions, or something to that effect.
Yeah, that would be a good thing.
It's always like on the second roll, you get the high roll.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, thanks, hit dice.
All right, so Pazuzu makes her way up to you, and she's escorting Neverd, and he looks very old and frail, and he's very slowly walking with a cane. And she looks at you and says, "Did you get it?"
Of course, we always do what we say.
Yes, we got the permission to go up there.
Good, good. Well, then we'll perform the ritual, and then we'll set off for the top of Cauldron Hill.
I should inform you that you will not be accompanying us.
That was not part of the deal. I have to go.
The deals have changed.
Why am I not going now, all of a sudden?
We don't have enough amulets.
We don't have enough amulets, and I can't afford to have you go over and be possessed.
What amulets are you talking about?
Gotta explain everything.
Yeah. I'm waiting.
We always show her the
He's-
amulets and we explain. He explained everything. We show the amulets and go over and say, You know, if we don't have the amulets, the danger of being possessed is great. And on this mountain, we don't want to run into that risk. And as there's only 6 and there's 5 of us and there's only 1 of him, stands the reason you'll be staying behind.
She shakes her head and she looks at you in disgust, but she doesn't argue.
Hey, I didn't make the rules.
But you're making the rules now.
I'm not
All
making
right.
any rules. I'm just telling you how it is.
So she pulls out what looks like a brass or bronze cup, and she pours into it a small skin of milk. And then she hands you, or she walks up to you with a small needle. She says, "For each of you that will participate in the ritual, I need a drop of blood into the milk, please." And she walks up to Toty first, and she is holding the goblet in one hand and the needle in the other, and like she's waiting for him to present his finger.
I don't know you.
He presents her a finger, but it's the middle one.
All right.
Toby
Well,
just says, "No, thank you. I'll pass."
she looks at you, kind of taken aback. She thought that she says, I was under the impression that you were going to undergo the ritual to protect him."
I was
Technically,
under your impression that it was a ritual you were going to perform to protect him. I didn't know it involved me and my blood.
Well, it
And I don't
does.
know you well enough to give you my blood for magic rituals. And frankly, I don't really trust you or your attitude that we've seen so far for the most part.
oh, burn.
She turns
So-
and looks at Neverett and says, "If they won't partake in the ritual, then you won't be going up."
That's the attitude I'm talking about.
She looks at you and she pokes you in the shoulder with the needle, and then she drops or
All right.
swishes the needle in the milk.
Roll initiative, I guess. No, I'm seriously, I'm going to knock the milk to the ground. Like, that's not okay.
Okay, so you knock the milk to the ground.
Sure, don't use a strike like a sword strike. You know, give the sword what it wants.
No, I'm resistant. I'm resistant.
Wait, you heard him. He's resisting. Everyone get him.
I don't know if I like being grumpy Toady, though.
So
I don't know.
Pazuzu,
You're
she
doing a really good
she
job of it.
says something in some kind of bastardized version of Dwarven with an Orcish accent. And can anyone speak Dwarven?
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, while she's doing this, she's bending over and picking up the goblet.
Nope.
And
Oh, I showed Dwarvish on my drop down, but I don't know where the languages go.
It's on the abilities page.
Oh,
Abilities page down at the bottom.
Nope, I don't.
okay. So she picks the goblet back up, and she happens to have just enough milk to fill it back up a third of the way. Not enough to do a full-blown version of the ritual now. And she looks at the rest of the other 4 of you and asks, who will contribute to the ritual to protect Neverd?
I guess I did promise to do it, so I'll do it.
Okay. So she pricks your finger and she stirs the drop of blood into the milk. And she turns and asks, who else will protect the old man?
Since Kaylee's not here, Aera will step up,
Okay.
hold out her hand. And she
And
just kind of gives Toady a look like, what is wrong with you?
she repeats the same steps. Anyone else? Gargenyn?
Sure, I'll give my blood.
Okay.
And Titael, although it's very suspicious, and has a very strong feeling that it's going to come back and bite him in the ass, he agrees to
Yeah.
the ritual as well.
Okay.
Where's that trap?
And then she turns to Toty and asks, "Are you sure you don't want to help?"
To Toty?
Yeah.
It's like, I am helping. I'm just not giving you my blood for your ritual. And then he mumbles something about dwarves under his breath.
So she takes the goblet back to Neverd, and she tells him to hold the cup. She pulls out a ritual scroll. Make me a perception check, please, everyone in the tower.
Being a jerk might be the first time that I ever get saved from some Magthada nasty work.
I just really have. I'm almost positive because I'm remembering things, and I almost feel
You're
sure.
remembering them incorrectly because she has nothing to do with Magthada.
I just remember something about the whole giving the drop of blood came back and bit us in the ass.
Yeah, but it wasn't a Magthada level of biting you in the ass.
Aha! He admits it bit us in the ass. It's a trap. Pull out! Pull out!
So as she's casting the ritual, you notice that who made this one? Andy. Tasha notices that the scroll looks like it's made out of some kind of unusual leather.
Human skin.
It is.
Ew.
Anyone want to make an Arcana check for me? Dorothy. Oh my God. She
Dorothy
rolled a
can tell
crit.
human foreskin.
Ew.
Oh my
Nobody likes
God,
that.
Paul!
Mm-hmm.
As Dorothy observes the ritual, she recognizes the abhorrent history of the magic with a successful Arcana check. The scroll is a centuries-old relic and will be consumed with the casting, and Neverd prefers it be used for good rather than the horrors it was originally intended for. And due to your... Make me a history check also, Dorothy.
Okay.
What was that about? Horrors?
I think you
Said
said
it was-
horrors.
He said it was to be used for horrors or something.
Oh. So, Dorothy, you've heard the tales of the witches of Cauldron Hill, and you know that this scroll was originally theirs. It was created back when they were trying to subjugate all of Flint under their control, using a bastardized version of the ritual that the kings used to help protect the nation.
Keep this all to myself.
Yeah, their plan was thwarted. I can't talk tonight. Their plan was thwarted when the current king ascended Cauldron Hill and essentially prevented them from completing the ritual.
I'll be right back. If the dwarf lady makes any sudden moves, just assume I stab her. I'll be back.
So the four of you that participated in the ritual, anytime that Neverd would take damage, it's split evenly amongst the five of you. So for every 5 points of damage that Neverd would take, each of you would take 1 point instead.
Sounds great. Sure, there's never won't come up.
Yeah, sure. So at this point, you're preparing to go up the mountain.
Okay.
It's still daylight out. The sun is getting ready to set. By the time you get to the top and you'll have a few minutes to prepare, the sun will go down. And that's when Neverd's visions would potentially start.
Interesting.
That's the reason, because that'd be the time when the stars come out, right?
pretty much. So before sunset, you have the option to each make a preparatory action. So something like
I'm back.
you could camouflage yourself, you could pray, um, maybe use some magic spells that are appropriate to rig the area or protect it. You could maybe set a trap.
I'm definitely going to stealth up so that.
Well, this is going to be after climbing to the top. All right, so for the climb, let's see. Does anyone have a climber's kit?
Mm,
No.
maybe. Hold on one second. I have the. I mean, I don't have a kit, but I don't know that there is a kit. I have
There's a
rope
climber's
and
kit.
I have the pythons or whatever.
Yeah. So I guess when you were doing your setup, you bought the climber's kit, but it puts all that stuff in your inventory.
Mm. Yeah, I don't think I bought a climber's kit.
I didn't buy a climber's kit, but I've got the batons and.
I think they just come
rope
with a
and everything.
dungeon.
I think they do.
Oh,
Dungeon
okay.
in your pack or something like that.
All right. So it doesn't say anything about needing to make climb checks to go up. It just says the climb down is difficult without rope, requiring a strength check or a strength athletics check. No. All right. So we'll say that you make it to the top because Neverd had the ritual cast on him by Pazuzu with a couple of you from providing material components. He's able to climb as well as just about any of you. And in fact, possibly better than some of you.
Well done, old guy.
Interesting how you avoided saying the word blood.
Why is that interesting?
Because it makes it sound like it wasn't like something going to screw us over. Yeah. Oh,
It's not so much the blood. It's
just
more,
some key components. Just nothing really.
it's more the piece of your soul that you gave up for that magic.
Yeah, really.
Well, this isn't Magdata level magic, although Magdata in the original campaign that when we played through, she was a blood witch, so she was, kind of tied to all that shit.
Pretty sure she's the one that made the original parchment for that.
She might have been involved with that. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
I'm getting the
can't
map
really
ready.
I can't really think of preparations that I would be able to take.
Well, you could pray.
Yeah, well, I mean, in a practical sense, I could try to cajole the spirits and be like lookouts.
Yeah.
Let us know, the evil spirits are coming. Although it might be all spirits, right? Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll pray. Pray to the spirits.
I'll make a trap.
Ooh, I've got lantern oil and I've got holy water, in case you need it.
I'm looking for a token real quick. Ew. Did you bring enough for everyone?
You want some caffeine-free Diet Coke?
Mm,
Yes.
Because that's what I'm drinking. Something to wash down the donut I just ate.
Ooh, I want a donut.
I just finished a piece of ice cream cake.
Mm.
It's the most desserty type thing I've had all week. Mike and I started eating better this week. I've already lost like 5 pounds. So
Good work.
Good for you. And I
We're
did
on
not
the-
mean that in the snarky way that it came out.
I think he did.
That's just the way Lee talks. Can't help it.
Yep. When he talks to me, that's how he talks.
Snark.
Yeah.
Here we are in the fabled butt plug rack.
What?
Just look. Yeah, the little fire looks like kind of like the hole.
Wow.
But I mean, there's that. I was just thinking of this.
Oh, the
thing.
yeah. Okay, I get that. I didn't see the whole
And how
map.
this was designed to make
Yeah.
sure it didn't fall out.
Yep.
Wow.
It does
See,
look like a butt plug.
I got barbell from that, not butt plug. And I have a dirty ass mind. You all know that.
Apparently not dirty enough because that is
Yeah.
definitely a butt plug.
Yeah, I see it now. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yes,
it's hard to
yes.
argue against.
See how in the right is like it's all tapered for easy insertion. I mean that's
Wow. All right, so
I just wanted to say that.
let's get your skill checks for your preparatory actions. So, who was trying to? I think Andy, you said you were trying to camouflage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Stealth.
kind of like be all stealthy and shit like that.
Roll
'cause,
me a
you know,
stealth
I know
check.
something's coming.
Oh wow. Toty, are you doing?
Making traps.
Okay, so that's gonna
I'm
be.
assuming it's like that other place where we could choose to make like an arcane trap or whatever.
Actually, it's not. It says survival.
Oh. Well, then I'm gonna make some shitty traps.
Well, that's okay. You rolled a 1 on your Arcana.
Lies. It's always a 20 when it's in the box there.
Let's see. What is Dorothy gonna do?
She said she would pray to the spirits.
Okay, make a Arcana or Religion check.
I think those are the same. Technically, Arcana's better, so she's gonna do it with Arcana.
How is that even possible?
She's not a
Well,
very
she's
good player.
religious, but she's not that religious.
She's
Because
spiritual.
I-
She's not
Spiritual.
religious. She's spiritual.
Because I
There
get
you go.
religion as a native class skill, and I used for my special knowledge bonuses. I get double proficiency, but since I
Oh.
already got religion, yeah. So I wanted all the knowledge.
So go ahead and roll it.
There you go.
Wah, 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 wah.
No.
What is Gargenyn gonna do, Brandon?
I'm gonna go ahead and go into rage form.
Well, you're not in combat.
He's still angry. He can't hold in his fury.
Be in combat to use it. I can't
Yeah,
use
you,
bloodlust.
well, you can, but it only lasts for so long. You still probably have a good 10 minutes before sundown.
We
Okay, go ahead. I'm not gonna use it then in combat because it takes too long.
be right back.
And then let's see. What about Aera?
She is gonna make traps too.
Okay.
Find her. Oh, hers also not good.
All right. She has no bonus.
No bonus.
Well, she manages to make a trap. Toty. I'm actually going to give Toty. Where'd it go? Toty can make 2.
Oh yeah. Spirits are in for a world of hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to see what the traps do.
Kill all enemies within 100 square miles.
It says hunting trap.
Yep, that's what they do.
All right, from D&D Beyond. A creature that steps on the plate must succeed on a DC 13 saving throw or take 1d4 piercing damage and stop moving. Thereafter, the creature breaks free of the trap. Its movement is limited by the length of the chain, typically 3 feet long. A creature can use its action to make a DC 13 strength check, freeing itself or another creature within reach on a success. Each failed check deals 1 piercing damage and to the trapped creature. So go ahead and place 3 squares from Aera's character sheet. Or using her 3 5-foot by 5-foot squares.
Oh. Now the restrictions are coming out.
I just got done reading you what the trap looks like, and you thought that was going to be a valid trap?
I already said it killed all enemies within 100 square miles, and I didn't hear anything to refute that.
I was reading you the description. Oh my god.
And now I forgot how many squares I'm making. Was it 2?
3 of them. No, we can make it 2. You can only have 2 now.
I honestly don't like. I don't really understand what the threat is, so not sure where to put these.
Okay, back.
I'll put it there. There, we're gonna box in Dorothy.
I like that. Dorothy feels safe.
Okay.
So all 3 over there on that one side?
Yep.
Okay, so now I know which side not to attack from.
Dorothy cannot escape now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Everyone make a perception check. While this is going on, Dorothy, you've got the spirit medium background, or feet, rather. So
Yes.
right now, you hear basically a cacophony of deafening whispers. Like nothing that you can really make out or pinpoint as a single voice, but you hear nothing but whispers. So you're going to make that roll with disadvantage too.
Fine, I'll roll again.
Yeah, just roll a second one.
Okay, I guess I didn't go through.
It did not. There it is. You have a +7 to your check. Oh my god.
Yep, full wisdom and trained.
Yeah. All right.
I started watching Band of Brothers recently.
Is it
Until
good?
now, I'd never really watched it like from the beginning. I've seen like episodes here and there. It always looked like it was, decent quality and everything, but never really cared that much about it. I'm not usually like a World War II movie, person or anything. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's like nonstop, super heroic, like stuff. It's crazy. And I know a lot of it's supposed to be very heavily influenced by true events.
Well, you're about to have your own Band of Brothers moment because shit's about to hit the fan.
Aha! Trick.
Dorothy's
The
gonna
joke's on you.
die. Dorothy's gonna die.
And so far they stopped.
There's women here. So yeah, can't be
So
abandoned brother.
you start to
Oh.
see shadows moving in the trees, creeping upward toward the peak. Wispy white spirits circle and swoop lazily to the silent music. And though they do not seem to see you, slowly more and more of them float by as if attracted by a scent.
Guys, the spirits are like not happy, and they're kind of coming to what looks like kill us.
Well, isn't it your job to talk to them?
Pretty sure Dorothy is officially a woman now. She started to menstruate, and that's what they're attracted to, just like bears.
Spirits, do not come and attack and/or rape us. Go away.
Find it. I was trying to find a giant that's in the playground. The trees are out to get us. Sure, I could find one. Seemed appropriate for the moment.
That does sound pretty appropriate.
I don't know. I figure we leave those whispery tree spirits alone. They'll leave us alone, right?
I don't believe that's usually how it works.
All right, so the sun goes down, and the weather seems to go from a balmy jungle-like temperature to almost freezing within the matter of a few minutes. So because it's such a cold night, everyone needs to make a constitution saving throw.
Wait, because it's
It's because it's fucking cold.
Because it's chilly outside.
Bit nippy.
Let's see, who has not rolled yet?
Andy,
And Gargenyn?
would you say it's
I rolled.
like a cold climate?
Yeah.
I'm naturally adapted for cold climates.
Okay. So what does that mean?
Cold climates doesn't affect me.
Oh no, no, no. The cold doesn't bother him anyway.
Yeah, as well as high elevations.
All right, so I still need one from.
Andy.
No, I
No,
have one from
not me.
Andy.
Probably Aera.
I have one from Aera. I have one from Toty.
Oh, then you have one for everyone.
Okay, yeah. So it looks like only Aera and Gargenyn managed to stave off the effects of cold.
Of
So
course.
Toty, Tachael, and Dorothy all take a level of exhaustion.
Why are you guys so cold? It's almost summertime. Huh?
Which means what? A level of exhaustion? What does that mean?
Um, honestly, I don't know. Let's look it up.
Just
Wait,
sleepy all of a sudden.
I used the spell suggestion to suggest that we not feel cold. Boom.
Nice try. So when you have one level of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Well,
Oh
that's
yeah,
shitty.
because that's what would happen if
If a barbarian raged in.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Da-da. So go ahead and everyone make a stealth check. If you have exhaustion, you do it at disadvantage.
Why are we making self checks?
I was already doing the stealth. Well, okay, we're doing what now? Stealth?
Well, Andy, you don't need to reroll.
Okay, cool.
All right. So the majority of you seem to be pretty well hidden. Dorothy, though, she's kind of fallen out all over the place, making some noise.
That Dorothy.
Well, I can't hear anything over these stupid whispers. Just shut up, you stupid spirits. See,
Yeah, that'll work well. Piss them off more.
yeah.
All right.
Well, they
So
should shut.
the third challenge is the hours-long mind-eroding cacophony of wails on the wind. Those who take no precautions are disturbed by the sounds, but it's possible to mitigate the danger with rudimentary magic, requiring a successful DC 13 Intelligence Arcana check, the traditional chance requiring a DC 13 Intelligence Religion check, or crafting earplugs, which would make you deafened, or singing or more upbeat tune. Would anyone like to try to counteract the noise?
My helmet
Yes.
has noise dampening technologies that
No, it
I can
doesn't.
just press a little button on the side of the thing and like it instantly goes over and dampens like all sounds. Like I can't hear. I do it when I'm around Dorothy a lot because she just yammers.
Okay, I'll buy that one then.
Okay.
She got you there. All right. So Arcana check, basically.
Yeah. Does Dorothy have thaumaturgy?
Yes, she
Ooh,
does.
Vampire.
All right, I will let you use thaumaturgy to quiet the area around you.
Ballin'. Yeah.
So
What does that?
And
basically,
that doesn't mean that Dorothy yelled, "Shut up!"
right. So basically, you and any square directly adjacent to you is not affected by the noises coming in from the spooks on the hill. What about Aera?
What about her?
Is she going to do anything?
What can she do?
She can sing a little jaunty tune.
What is she, a bard now?
Is there anything that's not ridiculous? Can she make an Arcana check or something?
She can make a set of earplugs.
Okay, what are the other options?
Arcana check if she could cast a spell, which she really can't.
I mean, what's the noise gonna do to her?
You don't know yet.
I guess she'll try to make earplugs.
Okay. What about Gargenyn?
I'll make some earplugs too.
Okay. So I won't require you to make any kind of check to craft the earplugs because it's essentially just shoving something in a hole. And
But then I'll just
at
tear
this
off a
point,
piece of a
you're
shirt
all pretty
and
well good at fucking yourselves. So it was a stretch for that joke, I know. All right, so occasionally unnatural drowsiness will slide across one of you or another, and you'll hear as you kind of start to doze off in turn, you'll hear eerie horns playing in the night.
Careful,
Joke's
that might
on
be
you.
copyrighted.
Dorothy finds them very relaxing.
Brandyn,
Yes.
you see, as you start to fall, kind of doze off, you see an impossible. It can't be real, but they're there. It's a mirror image of the party on the opposite hill. They're there for a minute and then they're gone.
Okay.
Andy, and let's
We're all gonna
see.
die.
Actually, this is for Dorothy. Dorothy, an apparition manifests in the center of the circle of blood that you guys created at the top of the hill to help stave off the spirits.
Wait. How did we get a circle of blood? Did we kill
Yeah.
nothing?
It's goat
Where
blood. It's goat blood.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wow. Wait a minute. Did we bring a goat up with us?
No, you just had a bag of
One was
goat
hanging
blood.
out up here.
So we've been just traveling around with a bag of gold blood.
Just up the
What?
mountain front. It Pazuzu
Dude,
gave it to
everyone
you.
has a bag of goat blood.
Ugh, I
So
don't.
you
I feel
see
like I'm missing out.
you see an apparition manifest in the center of the circle of blood. Um, a velvet red curtain hovers in the air, looking completely solid, glowing as if hit by a spotlight that doesn't exist. The curtain sways, and then there seem to be figures on the other side. After a moment, or if anyone goes towards the curtain, a woman steps out. Dorothy, she turns and looks at you.
Oh yeah.
You recognize the woman as Nalasa Hune. Nalasa puts a hushing finger to her lips and then points out into the night and says, "The man who killed me is coming. His face is scarred, so he hides behind many faces." Then she raises a featureless black mask to her face. When she puts it on, she fades away, as do the curtains. The air is suddenly thick with the stench of burnt engine grease.
There it is. There's the smell again.
Ghost fart.
Ghost fart. All right, so everyone that partook in the ritual,
Uh-huh.
the stars overhead seem to streak in lines as time stretches out, and then to the north, down by Paradin Lake, all those who bound their blood to Neverd see a building catch fire with dreamlike swiftness. Suddenly, they find themselves standing between the two factories, watching two tongues of flame leap from one to the next, like a pair of burning dragons.
Ah,
Screams erupt
suckers.
from the people trapped inside the conflagration. Um, it consumes the factories, and the charred buildings collapse to reveal tomorrow morning sunrise. A blackened sign sits in the ash saying Secham's Alcahest and Etchings. When the vision ends and you're all again standing on the black peak of Cauldron Hill, Neverd's still looking at the stars, gives a knowing hum. He points up at a red star and says, "Look, GS, the plane of fire is brighter tonight than usual. The light reflects off the lake. You saw it, didn't you?"
You mean the building's burning down?
As you ask that of him, out of the corner of your eye, you see something crawling up on the top of the hill, or like it's trying to claw up to the top of the hill. Roll initiative.
Is this something that only the druggies can see, or is this something that's real?
These are something that's real.
The druggies. What druggies?
You guys are all tripping, apparently, because Toty doesn't see shit.
I disagree.
No, we're not druggies. The only druggie is Dorothy. Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Ate her
Oh,
pastry.
oh, oh! Fuck! I forgot. I hate pepper.
Dan, would you like to let Andy re-roll his initiative?
Nah, that's good.
I don't know. Maybe if he'll agree to be nicer to Dorothy. Although he's so mean that just getting him to agree to be nicer actually wouldn't really make him all that nice.
I'll keep the 5.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna need my reroll in this fight. So
Okay.
I hope I don't miss.
So we're going to start with Aera. Although she can, if you guys want to hold your turn, you can.
Is there anything to attack?
Not yet. Well, I take that back. Yes, there's the Serpent Main Lion. You can see it down the hill. It's making its way up. I'm going to reveal it.
Ooh.
And before Andy gives me shit about that not being a lion, just know that it's fucking hard to find a serpent-maned lion image, so I had to go with a fucking leopard with serpent hair.
why don't you just call it a serpent-maned leopard?
Why don't you just shut your face?
Well, I mean, I just found one real quick. There's another
I'll
one
post
there.
I don't
post
believe it.
Post
Post
it.
it. Post it.
All right, this one's better. This one is kind of crappy.
What did you type in to get that? And that's not really a serpent. Well, I guess it is. It's really a manicore.
Oh,
That one's not any good.
No, I don't like that one.
Not for
either.
a
Yeah, that one's
token.
crappy. I just typed in lion with mane of snakes.
Because I typed in serpent maned lion and got.
Well, there
Yeah.
you go.
That's too fancy. It's too fancy a wording.
It's true.
You gotta finesse Google sometimes.
Just like Dorothy is going
Oh
to
my
finesse
god,
the
what
word
is
later.
this thing?
Wait, what?
This thing is gross looking.
What?
It's like a rat testicle lizard tail lion dog.
It's terrible.
So, Paul,
Yes.
Aera's turn.
Oh, Aera. Aera is going to 5, 10, 15. The action. Pew.
Wow.
Oh, I guess you had to use the action surge. Oh shoot,
Yeah.
I forgot about steady aim. What's that do? Oh, just extra damage and
Well, you'll have to do steady aim next time.
yeah, okay. And then 5, 10, 15.
Brandon, you're up.
I'm gonna hold my turn.
Would you like to rage instead?
You know what would be super heroic and impressive is if you like ran and leapt off the hill onto the serpent maned lion.
You know, I really need to stop listening to you.
Oh, nice. That's a pretty good one.
All right, so I moved your initiative down to 12, right before Dorothy.
You just wanted me to see me kill myself by jumping. What is that? 100 feet down?
I'm just thinking of Dark Souls plunging attacks.
Kinda, yeah.
All right, good sir. You
130,
officially piqued my
140 feet
interest.
down.
As I have beaten Dark Souls multiple times, now I must do this.
Toty, you are up.
All right. Toty can't really do anything. I'll hold my attack. I guess I'll be prepared to attack the first thing that I can attack. That's
Okay.
probably that thing that's not showing on the combat tracker, but it should be.
So, Cauldron Hill Spook starts climbing up the hill.
That's a goblin.
It's a goblin spirit. And it steps on the
Sucker.
trap, so it's going to have to try to make a save. What did I say? It was a strength check? Oh, fuck.
So are you excited for the remastered Dark Souls game?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So it fails its strength check. And Paul, go ahead and roll 1d4. It disappears.
We killed it. For anyone who doesn't know what it's like to play Dark Souls.
I've seen that GIF on my Facebook probably like 3 or 4 times already.
I know. I love it. And it really sums up Sense Fortress too.
It does.
Which I think I know this game. Is it like it's just notoriously unrelenting? It just kills you and kills you and kills you.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
completely unforgiving. But at the same time, like
You feel
it's always your own
accomplished.
fault. It's
Yeah,
always
but
your
you
own
feel
fault.
accomplished when you do good too, though.
Yeah, that's true. Because like the game, like it doesn't change. Like the enemies are always in the same spot. They have like set attack patterns, and so it gets to the point where like you know you died because you did something stupid.
Ah,
Once you get
gotcha.
used to it, I guess.
I'm just revealing all the spirits while I'm at it.
Hi, kitty. ESO's having its 4-year celebration right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
Is there anything good for logging in?
not just for logging in, but any daily quests you do. Well, first you can get double XP throughout the event, and I believe that stacks with like the XP scrolls and stuff like that. But but also any daily quest that you do, you get a Jubilee box, which will have some random items, like mats for crafting, stuff like that, and then every once in a while they have different like crafting style motifs, and then they released the worm cult motif, but only in those boxes. So I've been doing them every day for the last 2 days, and I set things up to be a little bit more productive with it because I didn't have all my characters doing all the crafting writs for a long time because not everyone's maxed out. But with this, like you always get one of those boxes. So I've been doing it even with my low level crafting skilled characters. So I get like from now till the end of it, I should be getting 78 of those boxes a day. So hopefully I will get to all the chiefs I need. We'll see.
Hey Lee, will that provoke an attack of opportunity if I move from the spook?
Now, if you kill it first,
Yeah, but then I can't move. And rage.
But yes, it will, unless you have something that lets you disengage or something like that. Which
I want to go towards the lion. This little bastard is here. So Lee, you didn't lock the token.
I'm over here breaking my desk. Give me a second.
I thought he was unnaturally quiet.
Okay, so no, it will not provoke an attack because it doesn't actually have a basic attack.
Oh, okay. Also, you didn't lock the token.
Okay, now try. And you said you're raging?
Yep. And how long ago did the encounter from the last fight take from now?
Hours.
Just a few hours?
Many
Ooh.
hours.
if anyone needs a preview about what's
Like
More
6.
than
about to
10?
happen, Gargenyn.
No, not
Okay,
more than
less
10.
Okay, then my blood right is still on then.
No, your blood right doesn't last that
That's
long.
for 10 hours. 10 hours.
Well, you'll have to reapply it then, because I already took it off.
Well, you didn't take the health from it then.
Do what?
You didn't remove the health that I took from it then.
No, I didn't.
That's why.
Anything else?
I guess I'll use my bonus action to do the
Plunging attack.
right, Crimson Right.
Okay. And no, he can't bonus action to attack.
But it's a plunging attack. It's really just falling
Yeah, no.
strategically.
Very strategically.
All right, go ahead and apply your 1d4. And we need to look and see when that actually increases. I didn't hear a word you said.
You did you take the 4 damage away originally? Because I still have that on me.
No, you don't.
Because on mine it shows 5.
What do you? I didn't remove any damage to you.
Because I had originally, before that thing attacked me, I had the 4 damage because I still had the 1d4 cold on me before this event started. That's why I was asking.
I took the 1d4 bonus damage off of you before this encounter started.
So my life didn't change though, because I was still sitting at that 4 HP.
Right, because I didn't touch your
low.
health. Just because the thing would end, it doesn't. Whatever. I'm looking up to see when your Blood Hunter damage increases.
It just is maximum health reduce. So when the effect removes it, it removes the 4 HP damage.
But we haven't been doing it like that. We've been
I
doing.
take the 4 damage.
Okay. No, you wouldn't take the 4 damage if it's still active. So.
Just don't put it on myself then.
Right.
Okay.
And it looks like your damage die will increase it to 1d6 at 6th level. So a vestige of death is approaching.
I honestly feel like that's gonna be my plunging attack. If I fail, it's just gonna tail swipe me.
All right, so it's going to make a Reaper Scythe attack against Dorothy. Oh.
Oh, Dorothy just died.
And the target strength score is reduced by 1d6. This cannot reduce the target strength below 1. The reduction lasts until the target finishes a short or long rest. So Dan, go ahead and roll a d6. Really? Paul, does that combat effect look right on Dorothy?
I don't know, to be honest.
Okay. All right, the serpent-maned lion. All right, so it says pack tactics won't affect it. It did not move at least 20 feet in a straight line, so it cannot pounce. All right, so multi-attack. The lion makes 2 attacks, 1 bite or claw, and 1 serpent attack. Let's go with a bite and a serpent attack.
Oh, I should be able to hit him, right?
With cover, yeah. So just a -2 to the attack roll.
It's covered.
Ow, it hurts so bad. It's like my own cat trying to bite me.
I think this entry is messed up. Because it would have to do more than 3 damage because its bonus is 3. I'm taking that damage off you. I'm going to try that again.
So what you're saying is you rolled the impossible 0.
Pretty much.
I guess I'll just wait till my turn.
Why's that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know exactly what the advantages are of having. Well, I don't know.
It's
I don't know how the
just-
delay and all that stuff works. Like, as far as I know, my option is to attack and then forego all the other actions of my turn.
Well,
And
yeah,
then have to wait
because
until it comes all the way down the bottom. So I'll just wait till my turn again.
okay.
Because I
And
basically feel like I'm just giving up half my turn. And then we can talk about this whole cover and melee thing. I don't know if that's the thing.
Andy, you're up.
Okay, I am going to go after the vestige.
Actually, maybe I should go after this.
All right, and I'm going to move over to here, and I'm going to stealth again.
Okay. Did you add your sneak attack on there?
Yeah, the first one.
Okay. And you rolled a crit for your stealth.
So, poof, ninja.
Uh-oh, there's more stuff.
There's always more stuff.
All right, so I'm going to have it roll a perception check. With no bonus. Yeah, I failed. Four. So Andy, as it walks by, you can take a attack of opportunity with your rapier.
Well, that's some bullshit.
You should not have had sneak attack on that.
Why not? I was stealth. I didn't know I was there.
You can get stealth once per round.
Oh, that's crap.
I mean, sneak attack once per round.
All right, do you want to go over and pull it up? Pull
Yeah.
out the 7? Okay.
What are you rolling again for?
Well, I thought you were going to go over and...
I'm just taking off the extra 7.
Oh, okay. What do you mean the extra 7? No, the 7 was my damage. after everything.
Yeah, but you rolled a
Oh,
total
okay.
of 14.
Never mind. Okay,
So
never mind.
pretty.
Never mind. No, I didn't know what you were talking about. Shut up.
All right, so the Cackling Crawler is attacking Aera with just a bite. And a miss. Oh, I didn't roll initiative for Neverd.
What's he gonna do there? Just stand there and get older?
No, he's got all your spirit blood pumping through him. He's ready to kick ass.
Yeah. Let's see here. What is his... Oh, -2.
Fair back.
And Neverd actually has spells.
Back.
So on Neverd's turn, he's going to cast... Uh, du- 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 du. He's going to cast Conjure Animals as a 3rd level spell. Paul, roll a d4 for me. Alright, so he's going to summon one beast of challenge rating 2 or lower. Let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, Paul, roll me a d8. So a polar bear appears on the hill with you guys.
Okay. What are we on the Lost Island?
Because
Yeah.
it's chilly. Cold up here. He likes it.
And let me find a token for him real quick. There we go. So he's going to have the polar bear attack the cackling crawler.
Bling.
All right, Aera's up.
Right. Guess she's kind of forced into attacking.
I was kind of hoping that you would have rolled a 1 on the summon check, or the summon table, because I wanted to see how an Ankylosaurus would grapple.
Womp 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 womp.
Ow. Anything else?
That's all she's got. So
Okay. And your question about cover.
yeah.
Walls, trees, creatures, and other obstacles can provide cover during combat, making a target more difficult to harm. There are 3 degrees of cover: half cover, 3/4 cover, and total cover. For half cover, it says the target would have a +2 bonus to AC and Dexterity saving throws, essentially a -2 on your roll. And because of the way or where you're standing, it would be a -2 penalty because of cover on the lion.
But I'm in melee. Covers for ranged attacks, as far as I know.
Not in. It doesn't specify melee or ranged. It just says cover. But you've also got the vestige there, or if you took a 5-foot step north, it would be a non-issue.
Well, I can't take 5 steps, but yeah, I could move up there. But
Why couldn't you take a 5-foot step?
well, I was just sorry. The way you said it, I was thinking of the 5-foot step from 4th edition.
I don't know. I meant if you move 1 square.
Yeah, I can do that, but I still don't think that interpretation is correct because he's not half his body is really blocked from me. I'm right there next to him, but that's all right. I'll just do this. I will. So and then I will flee.
Ouch.
Actually, hold on. That's not where I want to go. 5 ready. Clear a path to the healer. But I'm also totally relying on Gargenyn to take out the Serpent main line.
The spirits, they don't have a attack roll. They deal 1 damage to any enemy within 5 feet of them. Gargenyn, you're up.
Yay! Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and. Well, how close to death is this? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do my double crimson right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go die in a hole now.
Dorothy, you're up. Dan? Dan, you okay?
Have you dinged him 20 times yet?
No.
Try that. That always works.
Really? You killed my vestige of death? Asshole.
That's what it was named for.
So Dan, are you on, like on the phone or something?
Maybe he's eating.
Oh no, he would still talk. Feminine wiles.
Dan left us. Ooh, ouch.
Nevered is maintaining concentration on the polar bear, which is going to attack the Cauldron Hill Spook 10.
That any better?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you again.
I think my Discord died. All right.
I thought you just rage quit silently.
That went to rage quit.
Silent rage.
Regular rage. Good job, polar bear.
I don't know why it rolled that with advantage, but whatever. It critted.
Because it's a polar bear.
Wait. Is the polar bear on our side?
For now.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, until it turns into Magtheta.
And comes
Good
to
point.
eat your face or hump your face, whichever comes first.
Well,
Tell
the bear
Navard
probably
is all.
that's coming first.
all hopped up on your blood. Can't control himself and attacks with the polar bear.
Are you shooting that?
No, that was the rapier.
Oh.
I don't know what the hell Mike is watching, but it's like a musical something or other. I gotta go find out what the hell this is. Be right back. Be right back, Lee.
La La Land or The Greatest Showman?
No, it's definitely not The Greatest Showman because I would hurt him if he did, but I don't think it's La La Land either. We're not.
So the cackling crawler begins to sway back and forth. All creatures within 30 feet that can see the crawler when it uses the Dance of Death must make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. On a failure, the creature is poisoned for 1 minute, and it can make another saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
I whip my corpse back and forth.
Okay. So does that mean we have to all do that?
I'm gonna roll it. Did I say each creature or each living creature?
I think you just said each
Creature.
creature. But it would make sense that it would only target enemies.
Okay, apparently it's just a play on public access.
He's watching something on public access?
Yeah, because we watch Netflix and all a lot, and I think it just got kind of stuck on this. Where everybody's watching something that's interesting, so it just hasn't changed the channel in a while.
Let's see, and that is a standard action, so that's its turn.
Bling
Aera?
bling.
Aera is up.
All right, corpse whipper. Why roll twice?
Because you're poisoned.
Poison gives you disadvantage these days?
It does.
That's dumb.
Can't go having a cakewalk now, can we? You already killed one of my monsters. But the fact that she's still hit with disadvantage is kind of ridiculous.
Makes sense to me. All right. You know who's not poison? This guy.
The guy that has a oh wait, he doesn't have wisdom, does he?
No, but I think that one would have qualified for his gnome advantage to saving throw thing. But I made it anyway, so I didn't have to look it up.
Isn't that only against magic?
Why did it roll twice?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're right. I was thinking it was magic.
Because you have both of them selected. You have the line still selected.
Bonus.
No, you just rolled. Yeah.
Oh shit. How did it?
Now you've got no one selected.
All right. And then after that, Toty's gonna. Just gonna. Oh, it's gonna move back.
You're starting
Give
to
Dorothy
kind of
cover.
break up.
I felt bad leaving Dorothy's back exposed like that, so.
Aw, you shouldn't.
That's why we're best friends.
She's the one that heals us. We don't want her going down.
That's definitely not what she said.
We've never been able to keep her from going down before.
That's right. That was also my joke. We did it together as a team.
Ew. That is just so wrong.
That's how she likes it.
I put a spiritual weapon token up for you.
Much appreciated.
Let's see. Cauldron Hill Spook number 2.
Wait a minute.
What?
We took a short rest before we like climbed up the hill and all this stuff, didn't we? At some point there.
Sure.
No, you never specified that.
We spent hours between
Let's
when we
stop.
went. I mean, we spent hours between even the bottom of the hill and the top of this.
Because I was just looking, because I was like, why is there action surge? Like, I thought that refreshed on a short rest, and it was like, oh, it does. Lee just didn't give it to us.
Because you never said you were taking it.
All right, well, I'm going to specify we're taking a short rest after every fight. Got here, ghosts. No one wants you. Oh man, I need a heal. ASAP.
All right, so this ghost is going to take, or it stepped on the plate. So it's got a -4. Yeah, that's still a fail. Paul, roll a d4 for me for damage. All right. And because Never took a point of damage, anyone that was tied to him also takes a point of damage. So that's going to be Dorothy, Aera, Gargenyn, and Tachiel. And your rage does not reduce that damage, Brandon.
If he gets healed, do we get healed?
No.
That's bullshit.
Brandon, you're up. Damn it, you still hit? No!
Yeah.
I probably should not have let Never summon that bear.
Nope. He's our friend now. And things, whatever happened between him and Dorothy, you know, we just don't have to talk about it.
That kind of creeps me out.
Listen, we just don't talk about it. Okay, so let's see here. So can't reload my gun. So I'm gonna hit one of the spirit. Oh, actually, well, should I go after send the gun after the carrion thingy? cackling crawl?
You can.
Yeah. It'll move down there and attack him. Be my bonus act. Punch. I guess she'll shoot at him with her radiant flameness. Sacred flame, there. Bastard. It's freaking invincible.
Nice. Polar Bear is going to go for another of the spook.
Gonna boop him. He boops really hard though. Oh, polar bear. Why do you have disadvantage?
Poison.
Polar
Andy,
bears
you're
are
up.
immune to poison.
I don't know why that went twice.
Because you have disadvantage.
No, because it went over and did it on Spook too.
Okay.
And I have no idea why I'm targeting Spook 2. Did he move? He should be dead, actually.
Who?
Spook 2, was he the one that was right in the middle?
No.
Then I have no idea why he would have been targeted.
No clue, because it would have had to have been done on your end.
Which is why I asked if that's where he had moved to.
Nope.
I don't understand it.
He's from the south.
Alright, well apparently I missed, so.
Okay. Alright, the Cackling Crawler is going to go for Aera again.
That's a fail.
What do you mean a fail?
Cali has a 26 AC.
No, she doesn't.
Pretty sure. Oh, hold on. I have to do some scrolling, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. No, I think she's got the worst AC in the party.
And let's see what this bite does.
Even though she has the best decks, why is her AC so bad?
Probably because she's not wearing armor. Like, she's running around stark naked.
And she
That's
also has a
for
cloak of protection.
Crispin.
What does that do?
Damn it. She gives her a +1 to AC. And she succeeded on a save against Paralyze.
She has hide armor.
I don't know. I'm just saying she's probably not wearing something. And it's probably all your fault because you created the sheet for her.
You're the DM.
So, Dorothy, something shoots you from the far side of the hill, from that, well, basically that other hill across the way.
From there?
Yes.
Oh, it's because she's wearing armor that's too heavy. Because hide armor gives you a 12 AC, but it gives you a max dex bonus of +2.
Oh.
Like if you remove the... No?
So she should be in leather, basically?
Yeah. Yeah,
Why
because
did
if
that
it rolled
roll?
it all together.
Guys, there's something over on the other side of the hill shooting at us, and it's not a very good shot.
And the bullet
Katie will
goes
get it.
wild. But Everyone make a perception check that's going to try to look over there. Dorothy, you see the figure over there, and it looks like it's a man made out of nothing but shadow. And you see after he misses with his shot, he turns around and jumps off the other side of the mountain.
Because we looked at him, he doesn't like that.
Son
Yeah,
of a bitch.
pretty much.
Endermen hate being looked at.
It's the Denoran Consular. Let's get him, guys.
Oh, that bastard! How is this cackling crawler not dead yet?
Because people are poisoned, and they keep missing it.
Isn't everyone supposed to get a save every single turn against that?
Against poison, no, it said. Let me go back to it. I want to say it said at the end of a short rest.
Ouch.
On a failure, the creature is poisoned for 1 minute. It can make another saving throw at the at the end of each of its turns.
All right. Well, can Kaylee take her one from last turn
Yeah,
that she didn't get?
yeah.
And it's it's wisdom, right?
It is. I'm opening it back up here. Yeah, wisdom.
Well, I should have got one too.
Well, you will at the end. When your turn
That's
comes
probably
back
not
up.
a success.
It is not.
And then this turn, she's done.
She saved.
Okay.
Toty, go ahead. Oh well, you're not poisoned.
That's right. Toty's immune to such petty things. He's gonna punch some
You
ghosts.
say that now.
Take that, ghost. Gonna bonus action, kick this one in the face. Missed.
And it whips right through his head. All right, so spook number 2. This is targeting the polar bear.
Clearly the most dangerous threat.
Agreed.
All right, spectra goblins, swooping bats, tiny horned men, baying hounds, and disembodied heads scamper and dance in a slow, endless horde ascending the peak of Cauldron Hill. When one of these spooks spots a mortal creature, it drags the poor soul into the throng of cavorting horrors. I can't fucking talk tonight.
Not an easy one either.
Where is number 3?
Woohoo! Cavorting whores.
And because Never took a point of damage, anyone that was bound to him also takes that point.
Haha, suckers.
Shut up, Toty.
Let's see, number 4.
Forcing my kisses on my cat, shaking her head violently afterwards. She does not like it. Does not like it.
I think that just means
I
that
think
she
we
needs
need to
more
have a
kisses.
conversation about consent, Paul.
Whatever. Cat.
All right,
Does have a
so
choice.
this one is going to try to escape the trap. It fails, it takes another point of damage, and dies.
Yay!
Gargenyn, you are up. Brandon, go ahead and make a pair of wisdom checks or wisdom saves.
Wisdom saves?
Yeah, because you might not have actually missed that.
You only do 2?
Yeah, do one to start. All right, so go ahead and re-roll your attack. I'm gonna have to use poison more often. That's nice.
Are these things considered undead?
They are. They don't have blood.
So silver wouldn't deal bonus damage to them because they're spirit based?
No. But they also wouldn't take damage from your Crimson Right. And you would have done more than enough to kill it. Oh, wait. Oh, you're attacking the crawler. Dorothy.
Girl still alive.
What?
The carrot, the crawler.
It is.
Then it shall die.
Are you going to guiding bolt it?
Oh, that's a great idea. No, it's not a good idea because I'm threatened.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, try to end that. I'll pull out my gun, blast him right in his stupid face, and be like, "Shut the hell up, you stupid spirit!" All right, and
Oh, you're gonna move now?
yeah, get the fuck out of here. Nothing's next to me now.
All right. Neverd is going to maintain his concentration. Actually, since he's taking damage, he needs to roll for his concentration check.
It's true.
He has a -1. Yeah, that's more than enough. Polar bear. Rawr. It's a shame you don't have a druid of your very own.
All right, so now I can do that save that you didn't let me take before.
Yeah.
And so wisdom.
Yes. All right, let me remove the effect. All right, go ahead. The cackling crawler is going to use his Dance of Death again. Fuck. I don't. Did I? actually get anyone?
Oh yeah.
All right, Aera, you're up.
Oh my gosh. Persisted stupid thing. Of all the things that was like the big bad evil thing, or big bad evil guy of this group, I did not think the cackling crawler was it.
I know, right? In all honesty, in the 4th edition one, the Vestige of Death, like took. I remember it took someone out in like 2 rounds, like from max to 0.
Hold on. That should be 35 total. We're called train going through the bear.
Yeah.
I have some weird stuff going on with my target.
I had some weird targeting shit going on tonight too. I don't know why.
All right, that's because I'm trying to run 2 characters, I think. Okay, I think I got it straightened out.
Yeah. You've got just the crawler targeted.
Okay.
So close.
Five. Guys.
I really hate that they changed the opportunity attack rules.
Oh, that they have to be leaving.
Yeah, that's crap.
Yeah. Although there is a feat I think that makes it so that if they move while within your reach, you get that pot shot instead.
Yeah, but you don't pick up feet fight in this version like you do in the others.
Well, you do, but at the expense of stat bumps. What? What'd you
I
say,
thought this thing
Brandyn?
was dead by now.
It's close to dead. It should be dead now. Wow. What did it drop?
18.
Wow.
No, no, I'm sorry, I dropped to 19.
Talk about some luck.
Dorothy's the best. Dorothy is queen. And saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, what's that? You didn't kill the spirit? You upset you didn't kill the spirit?
All right, the polar bear dissipates.
It wasn't a real polar bear?
No, it was just a cloud of smoke.
Okay.
So at this point, um, do you want to stay and take a short rest?
I feel like it's not
Yes.
needed.
But I mean,
I always want to take a short rest. After every
Alright.
combat.
So,
I don't know if we should stay here and take a short rest.
Well, I
or
mean,
not.
have we completed
Are
what
we done?
came here to do?
Yeah, you're done with the things that we're attacking, but if you stick around, more shit can attack.
But are we done with what we came here for?
Yeah, Never's cool.
All right, so
All right.
never can go back home, right?
So we can throw him off
Yeah.
the cliff. We're
Yeah,
done
Wow.
with
so let's GTFO.
Okay, so you get back down the. Actually, before you leave, make a perception check, everyone.
This is so you can notice the butt plug shape.
Oh, we noticed.
Wait, do you unpoison the people that are poisoned and/or do damage to them as needed?
I have not done that yet. No. Dorothy, you see that there's a cast iron cauldron just off the side of the hill. If someone wanted to go down and grab it, they could with a climb check.
Hey, Dorothy's plenty good at climbing. Wait, how heavy is it?
Sounds like a Gargenyn job.
It's cast iron. Do the math.
I mean, it's a giant cauldron. It's not like a little tiny cauldron. It's like you could boil a little girl in it if you wanted.
Gargenyn, go get the cauldron.
Such
That was
hate.
demanding.
We can
What
boil
you need,
Dorothy.
athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Oh, what I'm good at.
But I am curious, what the heck would we want with this cauldron?
That is more than enough to climb down and get it.
I get advantage because I'm in rage form still.
Let's say he throws it up to the top of the mountain and it lands on Dorothy. Yeah, like
It
goes
throws
right
and
over.
lands on Never. Oh no, the poor old guy dead. Oh,
What is it,
sorry.
like 100 pounds? Something that light?
The cauldron? No, there's no way that's 100 pounds.
But, I mean, it's a cast iron cauldron. So I don't know how heavy that would be. I mean, hell, a cast iron skillet can weigh a few pounds alone.
Yeah, I mean, like how big is it? Like, oh, okay, you
I'm
said it's big
looking.
enough to roast Dorothy, so
I
it's gonna
think
be at least like 2.5.
I don't think
Like
it's really
a
that
witch's
big, but
coffin?
I'm looking up to see how much it weighs.
Get it? Problem.
Well, shit, where is it? It's an actual item in this module.
Oh yeah, I did not get my normal length nap today. I only got like half an hour.
Oh, wow, poor baby.
It's rough. I usually get like a 2-hour nap before our game.
Right? I do the same.
And I was up late.
Why
I
were
still
you
played
up
Far
late?
Cry. I was doing schoolwork. And then Friday is, it's an annoying day. I have a 9 a.m. lab. And then I always have to go in early to print stuff for the lab as well.
I'm not seeing an entry for the cauldron.
I don't know. Based on that image, I'm thinking it's got to be like at least 1,000 pounds, probably.
What image?
I found the cauldron image.
No.
That's gonna be my turtle shell. It's gonna have replaced it with a cauldron like that. Turtle in a cast iron shell. That'll be.
Here it is. The climb down is difficult without rope, requiring DC, blah, blah, blah. Can hoist it. The cauldron weighs about 40 pounds.
It's a tiny cauldron.
So tiny.
Can't even fit it. party of adventurers in that.
So pretty much we have to cut her up first.
I was just about to say that we can dice her up. And make it fit.
I'm looking for the item entry because it is a magic item.
Since I'm the one who went for it, I'm not giving it up so easily just yet. I'm gonna wear it as a hat.
I'll have to look for it later because I'm not seeing it here. Essentially, you guys are going to be able to get down the mountain without any trouble. If anyone wants to heal, use a healer's kit while you're traveling from Cauldron Hill to wherever your next target is. You can do so. I'm going to give you the short rest now.
Oh yeah.
Now, where would you like to go? Because it's almost midnight, but you have at least one thing that could be pertinent, which was the vision of the fires.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember that happening.
Toty thinks you guys are making stuff up.
Yeah, I remember things happening before. I'm just like, yeah.
You remember? What?
Get those copyright notices ready, folks.
All right, did you say use healing kit? Oh, I'm already healed.
I used it.
I think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So, are you going to go check out the vision?
I feel like we could just wait till morning and see what happens. My gut instinct is telling me that everything will be resolved by morning.
Oh, she's the leader. No, she's not. We need to go check this out because, like, you know, if there's another fire that happens.
Fires happen all the time. It's not our job.
Well, you know, I mean,
Well-
we want to find Gail anyway, so.
But Dorothy, you could catch the culprits that burnt down Mama June's place.
We're immediately going there and killing them all. No one leaves alive.
Do we want to get in a fight with Bjorn, guys?
Ooh,
Because that's what's
fine.
going to happen.
I don't know. I think Andy wouldn't mind seeing Bjorn again. I mean, he might have to
Dorothy's
rip all
okay
the
with
clothes
it as
off.
well,
But
for some reason.
all right, so we
Yeah.
will pick up next week with arriving at Seacham's Alcahest and Etchings, and
Alright.
going from there. Thank you for coming tonight.
Should we just level up now, or?
No.
All right. Next time then, I guess.
Thanks, Lee.
All right, guys. Have a
Good
good night.
night.
Good night.
Good night.